Just a quick update on this Wren painting. I wouldn't say it's going sideways, but it's definitely not where it was. I feel like I'm just pushing, pulling, back and forth, and I'm not really getting anywhere. I've had to make some changes for sure along the way, so yeah, I don't know. I'm struggling with it. That's what I'm trying to say, is that I am struggling with this piece right now. And the more I'm looking at it while I'm talking, the more stuff I see that I need to fix. So I'm on my way out, though, so I'm not going to do any more today. I think part of the reason I'm struggling is because with that other oil painting, I had an acrylic background, and with this one, the projector was used to transfer the image or whatever to trace the features and outline and get the proportions right and all that before I put a background on it. So it was just canvas, just raw canvas. And I wasn't thinking about that. And I was like, oh no. And I didn't want to do it all over again because it would just take transferring it over here from where it was, like whatever. It would just be kind of a mess. Man, the more I'm looking at this, the more things I need to fix. This is really frustrating. Part of it also, now I'm sitting. So I had it on this wall before and I was standing while painting, but my knee wasn't really liking that, even though I liked it better. And now I'm sitting, and I wonder if that plays a role too with like the angle. Like I'm not straight on. Like this is kind of as straight on, like tilted like as I can get, but it's not quite there. So I don't know if that's changing things. But yeah, I feel like I didn't really get anywhere today. I feel like I feel like I learned some things, but I feel like, yeah, see, everything looks so different from this angle versus like here, and now I'm like here. And when I'm sitting, I'm like here, kind of. And it's a huge difference. Like, I need to put this back on the wall and stand. And also, anyway, so the raw canvas part is leading to it drying quicker as well, I think. It's also just harder to paint on because I'm taking paint off sometimes while I'm trying to put it on. So it's a learning process. I'm definitely not going to scrap it. I'm going to push through it and see what I can do when I'm in this situation and hope that I never put myself in this situation again. And I remember to, like, before I transfer the image, like, I want to do the background first because it just goes way smoother. So, or have it laid out and have two big blocks of color or something. Like, I could have just, like, had... Well, yeah, but that takes transferring it back and forth. So, anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm struggling, but I'm looking forward to continue working on it. It's drawing faster than I can get to it because I'm not here every day. And so there are parts that I, like, wanted to block in, and I don't mind kind of going over those again like I expected to. But this... I had, like, done some work just, like, 2 days earlier, and it was, like, dry enough already that it was, like, hard to work with. So, things I'm learning. Outro to the vlog here. I don't remember what I said about this painting. I think it was Sunday. Today's Thursday. It's still giving me a lot of trouble. I actually might not have touched it since Sunday, and you might have seen this already. But, yeah, it's giving me a heck of a time. I didn't work on it today, and I wanted to. Part of the reason... And I know the reason is I approached it differently than the last painting. And, yeah. Sorry, I'm looking for the title because I thought I wrote it down. I know I had an idea for the title in my head. And then I don't know if I wrote it down. Because I can't... Oh, there it is. Oh, good. It's here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, anyway... yeah, it's really difficult. I didn't have a base layer of acrylic or oil or any kind of paint before I started oil painting directly on the canvas, and that has been tripping me up a lot. Oil paint is just not moving around it the same way. I'm taking oil paint off while I'm trying to put it on. It's just not doing what I want it to do, and that's frustrating. I want to keep working on it, but I'm also like... When I was working on the noose, I was like doing it way more consistently, and yes, it took a lot of time, but it was also like, hey, I completed this little section, this little link of rope. Hey, I did another little link of rope. Hey, I did another one. And I could complete like 3 or 4 sections in a day sometimes, and that took a long time. Whereas this, it's like, I haven't completed anything yet. I've got like some basics down, but like nothing is actually done. Like nothing here
is complete. There are things that are more complete than others, but nothing here other than the background. I think the background is done, but that's not oil paint. That was oil pastel. So I feel like nothing here is done yet. So it's hard to see the progress or feel good about it because I'm like, nothing's done. Like I don't, and it's drying, like it's drying way quicker too. And part of that is because I think there wasn't that base layer. So sorry if I repeated everything I've already said. I don't know if I said all that stuff, but or before. But yeah, I worked the past 3 days in a row. I got here really late today, which wasn't the plan, but that's what happened. So I didn't get to any painting. I had a really long conversation. So the only other video this week is a conversation that I had about art. But it started out as talking about using a projector to trace an image on here. And if that is still art, or if that's not art, or if it's acceptable practice, or if it's not acceptable practice. So that's a thing. I just realized, how am I going to differentiate this here? Shoot. I don't know. This is really challenging. I don't know what's going to happen with this piece. There's a lot that needs to be fixed. A whole lot. And yeah, I'm learning a lot. Because even just like, you got white right next to black, right? And like, that, yeah, like, it's if you just touch the other thing a little bit, it all just mixes in. And it's challenging. I'm learning a lot. I could say that I learned a lot and then just start fresh again, but I want to keep pushing this and see what I can do with it because I do not know. I just want to keep pushing it. I don't want to abandon the piece. I really never do that. Sometimes I completely change the context, but I never just straight up like abandon the piece. So we'll see what happens with this. I want to keep working on it in a more straightforward approach, but I might decide to change things up. Anyway, that discussion was almost an hour long of talking about tracing and what's art, what's not art, why. It is in a podcast form, so if you're not aware, there's links in the description and stuff to the link tree, but if you look up artist, personal journalist, then you should find it. And I mean, it's there. RSS feeds can access it, so that's there. That's a thing. Anyway, I just haven't been able to get here this week because of work. And then, like I said, I got here really late, but that was for other reasons. And I really want to spend more time here, and I'm just not, I don't know. Unless I don't work tomorrow. I mean, I have an appointment tomorrow too, but whatever. Anyway, there are a lot of things that I would like to discuss, and I can't yet. But I will eventually, and it's been just burning to discuss some of these things. And maybe not for the right reasons, I don't know. But I've got some stuff going on still that's some real stuff. Anyway, I'm packing up, and I'm doing this thing now where like I say goodbye, and sometimes I remember things that I want to talk about, whatever. I'm also keeping my headphones on, and I might be talking too loud. So there you go. Another update I can give you is that I've finally been able to be really consistent this past week again of doing my physio stuff, going to work out all the days that I'm like 5 days out of 7, doing the stuff at home that I'm supposed to be doing too. And I can't tell if it's helping or not right now because my knees are just still sore. It feels better than not doing it, but like I don't know long term. Like I just don't know. Because if I just push them a little too much one single day, it's going to be a lot of time to recover. But I do like for my mental health, emotional health, whatever, other than the physical health aspect. I mean, it is helping my physical health too, just maybe not my knees. I am happy that I am back into that routine of, doing the workouts, doing the physio, and just like waking up on time and making that a priority because I really need that. So there's an update there. I don't know how my knees are doing. I was going to go for a bike ride the other day, and then it snowed that morning. So I'm excited to try that. I already know what trails I want to do just to kind of test myself with a little bit of a climb. I'm going to just do double bogey and then gun run, and that's it. And there's a little bit of a climb on gun run. Well, in 2 spots. One's more challenging than the other one. But that's how I'm going to get myself back into the season for biking. Because it's been like 6 months since I've been on my mountain bike, which is ridiculous, but that's where I'm at. And we'll see how my knees feel after.